Mandalorian Season 3 has concluded weeks ago, so today I thought it was time for me to stop and review Mandalorian Season 3. Hey everyone, SW Nation here, and welcome back to a brand new review here on the channel. Today I'd like to stop and take the time to talk about, like I said before, Mandalorian Season 3. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter, that's going to pop up on your screen right now. And also don't forget to check out that Star Wars playlist, that link is in the description. Without further ado, we're not going to have a rant section in there, it's just going to be a full-on review about the season. With that being said, let's get right into our review. The Mandalorian is my favorite Star Wars show on Disney+. So with that being said, let's move right into the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that we focus on more Mandalorians and their culture. It's cool to see this whole clan of Mandalorians fighting together and working together to pull off tasks. We get more of a feel of the mythology of Mandalore, and that was really appreciated to me. And the central idea of reclaiming a planet with an army the way it was advertised was really fitting for this season for me. If you want to have a trilogy of The Mandalorian, you know, the first two installments, they get bigger and bigger as time goes on. So we have just Mando and Grogu, and then the second one, we're bringing in other Star Wars characters from like Clone Wars and Rebels, and then now we're moving into the third season, where it's just a whole army of Mandalorians. That's how you up the ante each season. Unfortunately, that's where our good ends. This is the first time my good ended shortly under a minute and 30 seconds. And the bad thing that comes to mind here is that this is the worst season of The Mandalorian ever. While we had an interesting story about an army retaking a planet, which is incredible, intriguing, like it was advertised, unfortunately the writing couldn't support that. We watched 6 episodes of an 8-episode season, only for then the call to action to take over Mandalore was brought to life. Touching on that, the emphasis on the Darksaber felt anticlimactic. They had a story that could have been about the tension between Bo-Katan and Mando, and that opens the door for more dramatic moments between these two. And it will mean the Darksaber had purpose in the end, because Mando, he doesn't want the Darksaber, but Bo-Katan has to defeat him in combat so she can get the Darksaber. All of it worked for me. She has to kill Mando. I think she has to kill Mando or just defeat him in combat in order to get the Darksaber. And she didn't want to do that because that's her friend. That's a fellow Mandalorian. And he knows that she's a fellow Mandalorian as well. So he wouldn't even want to fight her neither. So it creates a conundrum because one side doesn't want it, but also one side doesn't want to fight the other. And one side wants it, but doesn't want to fight the other. That tension, that dramatic moment of Bo-Katan, this is her birthright to have the Darksaber, and just some random guy who became a Mandalorian when he was 8 years old has it in his possession now. Again, that creates tension. You guys had it. It was right there on screen. You guys just did not execute it greatly. It's just really frustrating writing to me. It's as if every dramatic cliffhanger from season 2 was undone without any weight guaranteed. Din removing his helmet for Grogu. Grogu leaving with Luke. All of it undone. One of those in another show. It felt like they didn't even try. And that's bad. This season was weird and it felt off at times. It tried to go bigger and scaled and ended up falling short. In conclusion, Mandalorian Season 3 is the worst season of the show to me by far. It's cool to explore or start exploring the mythology of Mandalore, but the dramatic impact, the tension, the thematic, huge-scale story, all set up in 2, all fell short due to inconsistent writing and just very frustrating pacing. I would give Mandalorian Season 3, and it hurts me to say this, because I think I gave Book of Boba Fett a C. I might have to just give Mandalorian Season 3 a C+, and a 6.8 out of 10. I didn't like this season. And it irks me to talk about this season because I didn't like it. Because I love Season 2. I think Season 2 of The Mandalorian is the best singular project ever put out on Disney+. The Mandalorian TV show is the best show put out on Disney+. Right underneath that is WandaVision. It is the best project that Disney Plus has to offer. And season 3 unfortunately failed because they saw the love for Grogu, and they had to find some way to bring Grogu back with Din, even though their story ended. It was time for Din to move on and find other Mandalorians and leave Grogu with Luke, because that's what the first and second season was all about. But they saw the love for Grogu and Mandalorian, so now they're like, well, we have to put them back together again. And they did it in another show. They didn't even do it in Mandalorian season 3. They did it in 2 episodes of someone else's show. And unfortunately, that someone else's show was terrible. and the guy who plays Boba Fett even was supposed to make an appearance in Mandalorian season 3, but they just couldn't get that done. I just think this whole entire season just wasn't good at all. And I wish I loved it, because I love season 1. And I love season 2. Unfortunately, it just wasn't for me. Alright, guys, that is it for the review. And yeah, it hurt me to talk so badly about my favorite Disney Plus show, my favorite Disney Plus product. It just really hurt me to talk about it in this light. But yeah, it is the worst season to me. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter. It's going to pop up on the screen right now. And also, please know that everything that I did say in this review is just my very own opinion. You're free to comment down below. What did you think of The Mandalorian Season 3 as a whole? Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Come back later for more videos. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Peace.